March is National Meals on Wheels Month, a time to raise awareness about a program that many seniors in our community benefit from. Here to tell us more about the Meals on Wheels program are Dan and Freddie Prettyman, longtime Meals on Wheels volunteers for Council on Aging. Good morning, Dan and Freddie. How are you?
We're wonderful.
Doing great.
Well, I am delighted to have you both on the show. You've been faithful volunteers of Council on Aging for several years now, and we are going to be talking about something fun. One of my favorite programs Council on Aging has, Meals on Wheels. But I want to know about you guys first. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became a Meals on Wheels volunteer.
Well, I'm a retired teacher, and we became involved with Meals on Wheels through Debbie Powell, who was in our Sunday school class, and she was doing Meals on Wheels. So she recruited us. So that's how we became involved with Meals on Wheels.
Cool. So are you Pensacola natives?
No, I lived here since I was about 3, but had 10.
That kind of makes you a Pensacola native,
Right,
Freddie.
right. Actually, I was born in Mississippi, though, so can't give
Okay,
that
gotcha.
up. I did live 10 years in California. So.
Okay, cool. What about you, Dan?
I was born in Santa Monica, California, and was raised there, went to college there, joined the Navy there.
About to say how you came to Pensacola. Is that how you two met?
Yes, when I was in California. Yeah.
My ship was home ported there, and that's where I met her.
Wonderful, and it's been happily ever after.
Oh, it has.
Yes. Most of the time, yes.
Yeah, I think that's pretty normal. You know, I'm figuring that out too. I just got engaged. We're figuring that out.
Right.
It's not all grandiose all the time, but
Well,
true.
let me tell you, I did a lot of wife searching.
uh-oh.
I did. And she's more than I ever hoped for.
Oh, that's so wonderful. I'm glad that you shared that, and I'm sure that makes you feel pretty good.
It does. It does.
Cool.
Yeah.
So tell me about, okay, you already told us about how you got involved in Council on Aging. So how long have you been volunteering exactly?
About 5 years.
We couldn't come up with an exact date. We were trying to do that. We were trying to put it in a time frame. So we think about 5 years.
So tell me about sort of your day-to-day routine when you're going out and delivering meals. How does that all work?
Well, we get up, we shave and shower and get dressed, put on our green shirts, and we live at Azalea Trace. So we keep 2 big thermos boxes, ice chests, out in my storage trailer. So we get them and put them in the back of our van. We've got a Toyota Sienna van. And we drive down to what used to be the old Bartell's restaurant down on I Street, and that's the headquarters for
Valley Food Services.
That's right. So we back in there to the loading ramp, and they have our stack of stuff all ready with the paperwork, who we're going to see that day, and we pack the van and pack the ice chests according to the list that they give us, and put our addresses into the GPS, and away we go.
Sounds pretty easy, huh?
It is.
It is.
Yeah. So how many clients do you actually help each day?
It varies from time to time. I think right now we go to 8 different places.
Wow.
Sometimes there's more.
Right.
You know, people come and go that are on the list. We'll get off the list for various reasons.
Well,
we try to get to the loading gate at about 10 o'clock, and we're usually done by no later than 11:30.
Wow. You guys are swifty then.
Well, they have, when they give you your route, they're all in a fairly close geographical location.
Gotcha.
It's not like you're
Right.
going way
Absolutely.
up north and way west or something.
Well, I kind of want to know, I want to humanize this for people a little bit. I can imagine that you're going into circumstances where people, I mean, they're on Meals on Wheels. They're in need, and certainly benefit greatly from the Meals on Wheels program. Tell me about not only, obviously it's a positive experience for them, but the benefit it is to you to volunteer.
Well, we are very fortunate. We have had a secure life, and we feel that it's only fair that we give back. And this is one way that we can give back. And it's something we can do together. We both do other things, volunteer work separately, but we like to do this together. So that's why. Would you agree with that?
I would, and it's also recommended and better. Meals on Wheels delivery people go in pairs.
Yes, right.
Because you're going into people's homes, and there's always a liability issue, and so you want to be safe, and the companionship. But
have you seen when you go into their homes that their quality of life has changed just by your presence being there?
They usually are glad to see us and smile, and we ask them how they've been. And these people are some of the most happy people that we run into who live in these kinds of conditions. It's gratifying to see these people who you and I would look at our circumstances and look at theirs and say, oh my, I'm glad I'm not there. But they are always happy to see us, and they're always upbeat and cheerful.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure to some degree you've probably invested a lot of time in these clients. And so I imagine to some degree they kind of become like family to you, or even to them, maybe they don't have that familial support system, and so you kind of create that support system around them. Would you say that's true?
I would say that's true, yes. We go once a month, so we don't see them every week, but we do see them once a month. And not only are we delivering the meals, but we are also kind of the eyes for Council on Aging. And if we observe something that we think, they need more help, or they tell us something, then we report that back to Council on Aging. So it's, there's more than one part to doing this than just delivering the meals.
In fact, that happened to us not too long ago. We went into a new client's house, and it was a man and a woman, and they were old enough they were celebrating their 75th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
And this
I hope
old
I make
fella,
it to that age.
This elderly gentleman was complaining about his leg. And I said, let me see your leg. And he had quite an ulcerated spot there.
Wow.
And I asked him if he was military, ex-military. And anyway, we reported his situation back, and within just a very short amount of days, Council on Aging had arranged for him to have care and look after that sore spot, and it was a big ulcer, probably,
Wow. Well, that is incredible, and I am so amazed the discernment that you had to be able to identify that and report it. And really why I wanted you guys to come on the show is that it's going to be National Meals on Wheels Month, and I wanted to help raise awareness about Meals on Wheels and what the phenomenal job you guys are doing and the compassion that you have for people in the community. Unfortunately, we've got to wrap it up because we'll talk all day about it, but I do want to point to if somebody would like to volunteer, they could probably just get a hold of you and you can tell them about your experience. But they can call the Council on Aging office and sign up. But thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. I know it went quickly. We could hear your stories all day long, but thank you so much. We really appreciate you joining us.
We get more out of it than we give to them.
That's true.
Absolutely. Yeah. I believe it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rachel. Bye-bye.